Hi, this is Mr. Makuise with another lesson for Natural Sciences and Technology for grade 4. So this is for term 2, and in term 2 we are going to be looking at the states of matter and materials. We have already said that matter is existing in 3 states, which is a solid, a liquid, and a gas. Everything around us is made of what? Of matter. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the changing states of water. So, what you will need, just before I start in this experiment that we're going to be handling, you want to make sure that an adult is present to supervise you, okay? I also do have a video that is available, which you can just watch if there is no parent available, or if there is someone to supervise you, you can go along as I show the video. But so long, what you will need is step number 1, you will need to put pieces of ice into the tin, and then this is what you're going to need: ice and then something to heat up, okay? And look for what you are noticing as you are doing this, okay? Step number 2, we're going to now continue heating the container, and look what happens when the water begins to boil. What do you notice about the level of water in the container? In step number 3, we are going to look at holding a plate above the boiling water, and we're going to see what we can observe there, okay? We want to record all our observations that we collect, okay? Now, moving on, these are the different stages that we're going to observe. So first we have a block of ice and we add energy. In this case, we are using a candle or a stove, which is going to provide us with heat. And then number 2, the ice is going to be converted, or it's going to change into what? Into water. And then we add energy again and we end up having water vapor. That's what we call steam coming out of our what? Out of our container. So ice melts to form water and water evaporates to form water vapor. Okay, so keywords there that I have mentioned that I want us to keep in mind is this word there, which is evaporate. Okay, so what does evaporate mean? Evaporate means that the water changes from being a liquid into a gas state. Okay, so let's move on. Let me just put this away. Now, if we look at the reverse order, we start with water vapor, and then we remove energy, that is, we cool it down, and then we have water, and then from water we end up removing energy again, and we have ice. So this is the reverse order. We started the ice previously, and now we are ending with ice again. So this is what we call a reversible process. Okay, so water vapor condenses to form water, and water freezes to form ice. Water vapor is water gas. So this, boys and girls, tells us something about the next slide that I am going to show you, which tells us that when we look at our water cycle, we see that water is always what? Present. That is, you can see it's a cycle from A, B, C, you come back to D, it continues going A. So what happens at A? At A, there is evaporation. Okay, there is evaporation. And what is evaporation? Evaporation takes place from the sea, the dams, the rivers, the ponds, and the puddles, and even from plants and animals. Water is changing from what? Water vapor. You can see into water vapor. You can see that water is rising up, okay, as water vapor. Second step is a step we call condensation. What happens at condensation? Condensation, basically water vapor rises, it cools, and it forms clouds. It condenses to form what? Clouds. Now, wind sometimes blows these clouds to other parts of the land and sea. And this is what eventually happens, what we call precipitation. This is now where we have our rainwater. So water falls to the ground as rain. Sometimes we have seen that we go outside and we see there's ice that's actually raining down there. And in some parts of the world, you will find that it actually snows. There's something they call snow, which is frozen water. So these are also other forms of precipitation, snow and hail. Okay, so that's precipitation. And last step is that the water gets collected again, because as the water rains, it runs over the rocks, the pavements, and the hard ground, and it usually runs into streams and rivers. Some of it actually sinks into the ground, and this is now the same water that plants use. And this cycle starts again. Now, I hope you have managed to grasp the concepts that I have introduced here on the water cycle. I am going to give you an activity for you to complete, and I want you to complete the diagram that I would have put using the correct word, the correct words. I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care. Bye-bye.